Have you ever gotten a text message that just felt off? Like, your friend types K and suddenly you're convinced they hate you. You spiral, rereading every message, searching for clues, convinced you've uncovered some hidden hostility. But what if the hostility isn't in the message? What if it's in you? This is a classic case of seeing what we expect to see, not what's actually there. We're going to talk about a very fine line today, the line between genuine insight and psychological projection. It's the difference between having a brilliant aha moment and just staring into a distorted funhouse mirror, where your own insecurities are staring back at you, warped and exaggerated. Think of it like seeing shapes in the clouds. You see a dragon, your friend sees a rabbit. Neither is actually there, but our brains are wired to find patterns, to make sense of the chaos. This is where things get tricky. We all have what psychologists call confirmation bias. It is our brain's tendency to cherry-pick information that confirms what we already believe and to ignore anything that challenges it. So, when you're feeling insecure about a friendship, a simple K isn't just a letter. It's proof. It confirms your fear that you've done something wrong, that the friendship is on the rocks. Your mind isn't discovering a truth. It's constructing a reality based on your own internal blueprint of fear. This isn't just about text messages. It's about how we interpret the entire world. We see a person's neutral expression and decide they're judging us. We hear a vague comment and are certain it's a passive-aggressive jab. We are not detectives uncovering hidden meanings. We are artists, painting our own fears and desires onto the blank canvas of reality. The problem is, our ego loves this game. It loves feeling like it has special knowledge, like it can see what others can't. This feeling of having a secret insight is incredibly seductive. It makes us feel powerful, in control, and unique. It whispers in our ear, you're not just paranoid, you're perceptive. You see the truth. But this truth can be a trap, a labyrinth built by our own ego. And this trap has real-world consequences that can be devastating. Let's look at the workplace. Imagine a manager who is deeply insecure about their own competence. They see an employee who is confident, efficient, and well-liked. Instead of seeing a valuable team member, the manager's ego-driven projection kicks in. A simple question from the employee isn't a quest for clarity, it's a challenge to their authority. The employee staying late to finish a project isn't dedication, it's an attempt to make the manager look bad. The manager starts micromanaging, questioning every decision, creating a paper trail of imaginary infractions. They interpret every neutral interaction through a lens of suspicion. They're not managing their team, they're managing their own insecurity. The result? A toxic work environment where trust evaporates, morale plummets, and the talented employee eventually leaves, baffled by a conflict that never actually existed outside the manager's head. The manager, meanwhile, feels validated. See, their ego says, I knew they were a problem. They won a battle against a phantom enemy and destroyed a part of their own team in the process. This ego trap is just as dangerous in our personal lives. Consider a romantic relationship. One partner has been cheated on in the past and carries that wound with them. Their new partner is loving and loyal, but the scar of betrayal makes them hypervigilant. A late text message isn't from a friend, it's a secret lover. A business trip isn't for work, it's a romantic getaway. Ambiguous clues are everywhere because they are actively looking for them. They become a detective in their own love story, but the only crime is the one they are inventing. They check phones, question alibis, and demand constant reassurance. Every denial from their partner is just more proof of deception. Of course they would say that, the ego whispers. The relationship, which may have been perfectly healthy, begins to suffocate under the weight of suspicion. The constant accusations, the lack of trust, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Eventually, the accused partner, exhausted and hurt by the baseless jealousy, may end the relationship. And the insecure partner is left with a twisted sense of victory. I knew it, they think. I knew they would leave me. They don't see that they were the architect of their own heartbreak. They weren't insightful. They were projecting their past trauma onto their present, poisoning a good thing from the inside out. Then there is the grandest stage for this illusion, the world of big ideas and conspiracy theories. It's comforting to believe that the chaos of the world isn't random, that there's a hidden order, a secret cabal pulling the strings. Believing you're one of the few who see the real truth is the ultimate ego boost. It makes you feel enlightened, awake, while everyone else is a sheep. You start connecting dots that aren't there. A random symbol on a building, a politician's turn of phrase, a glitch in a video, it all becomes part of the grand conspiracy. You join online communities where everyone reinforces each other's beliefs, creating an echo chamber where confirmation bias runs rampant. You're not critically evaluating information. You're on a scavenger hunt for evidence that supports a pre-existing conclusion. The danger here is profound. It isolates you from friends and family who don't share your insight. It erodes trust in institutions. It replaces the complex, messy reality of the world with a simplistic, paranoid fantasy. You feel like you have all the answers, but you've actually just locked yourself in a prison of your own making, mistaking the walls for the edges of the universe. In all of these cases, the manager, the partner, the conspiracy theorist, the ego's desire to feel special and in control leads to destruction. It's a powerful illusion, and breaking free requires a conscious, deliberate effort. So how do we escape this trap? How do we shatter the funhouse mirror and see things as they truly are? The path to clarity begins with one powerful, and often difficult, practice: intellectual humility. This means accepting the possibility, the probability, even, that you might be wrong. It means being more curious about what is actually happening than you are committed to your initial interpretation. When you feel that surge of certainty, that "I just know it" feeling, pause. Ask yourself, what if I'm mistaken? What's another, simpler explanation for this? Let's go back to that K text. A simpler explanation. Your friend was busy. They were driving. Their boss walked in. They were typing one-handed while holding a coffee. There are 100 mundane reasons that have nothing to do with you. True awareness involves considering these boring possibilities before jumping to the dramatic, ego-driven conclusion. The second step is to actively seek outside perspectives. When you're trapped in your own head, your thoughts just echo back at you. Talk to a trusted, level-headed friend. Not someone who will just agree with you, but someone who will gently challenge your narrative. Say, "Here's the story I'm telling myself. Does that sound plausible to you?" Getting an external reality check can instantly pop the bubble of projection. It introduces new data points that your confirmation bias might have been filtering out. Finally, practice Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is usually the right one. Is it more likely that a global elite is communicating through secret codes and pop songs, or that songwriting is just a creative and sometimes random process? Is it more likely your partner is weaving an intricate web of lies, or that they were just tired and forgot to mention they stopped at the store? Cultivating true awareness isn't about gaining a superpower to read minds or predict the future. It's the opposite. It's about the quiet strength of admitting you don't know. It's about trading the thrill of a self-made drama for the peace of reality. It is about letting go of the need to be the hero in a story of your own invention. The moment you do that, the distorted mirror of the ego shatters. And what's left is not a menacing, warped version of the world. It's just you. Clear, simple, and finally, truly seeing. Thanks so much for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content on navigating our inner worlds. See you next time.